Data is showing that there's a massive subprime auto crisis going on right now in America. A lot of data is showing that it's similar to what happened in 2008 with mortgages. The only difference is, at least back then when you bought a house, you had to build out some equity. Today, when you buy a car, what kind of equity are you building? Nothing. This is a massive number we're talking about. The deeper you get into it, you'll realize who it's affecting the most. We're going to talk about that today. All right, if you give value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and stick around to the very end to realize how you can get the notes on everything we're talking about. So let's take a look at this. When you look at this here, October, last month, 6.65% of borrowers in the subprime market are 60 days late. That's 1 in 15 borrower is seriously behind, 2 times higher than what it was just 3 years ago, 1.4% above the 2008 peak. This is not like just something people are talking about. This is really taking place. Now, if you talk about what is prime versus subprime borrowers are those that have a credit score 580 to 680. If you're deep subprime, you're 0 to 580. And then prime is 660, 680 plus as you look at this. So let's go a little bit deeper on these numbers to see what's going on. By the way, if you notice, this is a subprime issue. Prime borrowers, which is 0.37% are 60 days behind. That's 1 in 270. It's not a big number that anybody's worried about with subprime borrowers. So if you look at this chart and we zoom in a little bit more, what do you notice? If you notice right here, all the way to the top right, record breaking. We've never seen that before. Prime is totally fine. Subprime, we peaked here, which is somewhere in the late 90s, and in 08, you got another peak here. But this is higher than ever before. So now, when you look at $1.66 trillion of America's owing to car, what percentage is subprime, what percentage is prime? Prime makes up for about 78 to 85% of that. Subprime makes up to 15 to 22% of that, which means the number is still a real number. We are talking about $250 billion to $370 billion on these subprime loans. I remember buying a car when I was in the Army back in 1997. I bought a red Mitsubishi Eclipse from a financing company called FMAC in Clarksville, Kentucky. I have the contract till today. I showed it to a few of the guys a couple months ago. You know what my rate was? 33% I was paying for this Mitsubishi Eclipse. My payment for the first year and a half was pretty much interest only. And that's what they're targeting some of the subprime folks. If you look at subprime to deep subprime, 16% is the interest rate, which you get if you're subprime. Prime, you're around 8 to 9% today. 21.6 on used subprime loans. And then obviously the horror cases, the ones I just talked to you about, 30 to 32%. Like I said, new car, APR, you got good credit, 8 to 9% is where you're at. So now, as we're staying on this, the reason why this is also slowly becoming a bigger issue is in the last 3 months, a company called Tricolor, it's pronounced in a very different way, just went bankrupt and shut down September of 2025. Guess what business they were in? Subprime auto loan. Wait a minute, what's going on over here? Chase comes back and says, what are you doing with all these delinquencies? We're no longer lending at all whatsoever. They shut down September of 2025. Another one, Prima Land, that was also a subprime loan company for auto for folks, they shut down in October. So this is starting to get a lot more discussion and eyeballs. So a lot of people are asking, what really is going on here? Now, if you look at the reasonings for it, car prices, if you look at this, from 2012, the average car price, $30,000. It goes to around 2020, $40,000. But then in the last 4 years, we've been at $51,000. And this, of course, when it's $50,000, EV's at $58,000, and you're kind of sitting there realizing the average new car payment is around $745 to $767. 20% of borrowers are paying $1,000 a month. People ask what the reasoning is. One, of course, interest rates are affecting people. When the interest rates went up and they haven't been lowering it, that's affecting a lot of people. Number two is the loans being stretched for 6 to 7 years. So a lot of times when people are coming back to trade the car for something else, these dealerships are like, wait a minute, we'll take the car. In many cases, there are 28% of trade-in that happened were in negative equity. I come in, The car's worth $6,000, I got $8,000 loan on it. Dealer says, well, this car you wanted to buy is $12,000. Now I'm gonna sell it to you for $14,000 because I'm rolling that $2,000 loan from your previous car. That's happened about 28% of the time. Number two, car insurance and repair costs have gone up the last few years. Whether you want to call it COVID, auto theft, whatever it is, those two have gone up and people are feeling that. Tariffs, some of the prices with repair costs. And last but not least, this is affecting low income and younger households. So if you're watching this saying, I don't even know what this guy's talking about, I'm not affected by it, neither am I. It's not affecting prime people. But if you're asking, do I feel like I'm in recession today? You may say no. You know who is feeling like they're in recession today? Low income and younger households. We're sitting here having a conversation with a couple of our guys. They're like, where are you going? What are you paying for your car? What are you doing with this? The reality of it is, with this, solution-wise, number one, if you're watching this right now, say, man, Pat, I don't even know what the solution should be for me. Number one, we're learning very quickly, the power of having a great credit score. Do not screw up your credit score. I'll give you a hint and a tip. Over the years, I've hired a lot of different people. When we're hiring, we run credit on a lot of executives that we hire, and some people we run background checks, and we'll see, why does this person have a bankruptcy on their credit? Do you know how often somebody has a bankruptcy because a parent goes to their son and says, we're gonna buy this car and put it under your name. They do, they don't make the payment. An 18-year-old didn't do anything wrong, by 21 years old has a car that $68,000 loan that was written off, couldn't pay a repo. That person has to deal with the credit score. If anybody's asking you, can you co-sign, can you co-sign, can you co-sign? You know what the right answer is? No, I'm not co-signing, period. I'd rather give you $200 and go do whatever you want to do with it than co-sign for anybody. Protect your credit score. This helps you with your career. This helps you save money. Obviously, it helps you when it comes down to your car payment as well. Number two, use a 10% formula. If you have a $50,000 income, you're like, man, what can I afford to pay for car payment? That's, say, $50,000 a year, $4,000 a month. Maybe after taxes, you're making $3,200 a month. What's 10% of that? $320? $320 is the car payment you should make. Pat, you want me to drive a $320 car payment? Yes, I do. That doesn't make any sense. Can you imagine if I go pick up a girl with a $320 car payment? I'm driving a Mirage, which is Guy Henry's favorite car. I don't want to freaking buy a Mirage. Well, that's what you can afford to do. I drove a Ford Focus, $228 a month. You know what it was like? A guy my size, 6'4", 250, driving a Ford Focus. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm coming out of a Ford Focus. But by the end of the year, a meal on my Ford Focus, I had $250,000 saved in the bank. Of course, I was doing sales and different things, but I saved up the money. Then I got a nicer car. Then the rest is history. So use the 10% formula. And last but not least, you want to have cash, because as we're having these conversations, one of our guys said, I haven't had a car payment since I was 21 years old? Hasn't had a car payment since 21 years old. And another one of our guys says, I've had a car payment since 21 years old, right? So both are in different situations. So ideally, if you're able to buy something cash, you don't have the car payment, it allows you to develop and live a little bit more of a peaceful lifestyle rather than trying to impress everybody. But this is an issue that is going on. Okay, so if you watch this, you want to get all the notes and the research that we did, go to PBD Entrepreneur Circle, that QR code right there. This is waiting for you for free. Number two, if you enjoyed this video, you want to see another video like this having to do with investments and money, I shot a video titled The Top 10 Best Investments I Made. Click here to watch it. You got questions for me, connect me. If you got value out of the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.